I am so nervous. Okay. It would be nice if stream worked today. It would be nice if stream worked today. Yes! Okay. Oh my god. It's working. It's working finally. Oh my god. Gosh, when was the last time I streamed? So long ago. Holy crap. Ah! That's my mom's phone. Why did you leave it? Ah, great. My model's freaking out. The relief I have. Holy shit. Okay, I need to set things up on my phone because, like, damn. I literally haven't streamed in so long. Alright, so, what do I do? I guess calculate for my bleh. I am so anxious, can you tell? Oh my god. This is such a scuffed introduction because I literally haven't streamed in so long. I'm like so nervous because like anything can happen, especially since like typhoon. Haha, haha, not fun. Okay, so where's my Limbus? There we go. How many pulls do I have? I have 10, 30. What is 4966? Wait. 4966 divided by 130, that is 38. So 38 plus 38, 76 falls. I don't know if I'll get anything. Won't be surprised if I didn't. So I'll just pull. Oh, hi Ganon! You're here. Thank you so much for being here. Moral support, because in case stream goes scuff. It was raining hard, and I'm like worried, but like, fuck it, we ball. Okay. Wait, let me check who's Honglu, Gregor, and Faust. I wished for Faust, because she's pretty. That's all I want. And let's go. My eyes are closed. I feel like there's nothing. Wow! Hi! Yoshu! Wow! Yoshu! Now's not your turn, though. It's egos, okay? Please. Please, egos, please. Fuck! Nothing! I can't even reach 200. Oh, okay, this one. Please, blue, 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 blue. Aww. Still nothing. There's still a stream delay, so I might not be able to read chat in time. Alright. Time for the free lunacy. Let's go. Faust! Oh. Faust! Oh. Oh. Why is my luck so ass? Faust? Are you serious? come on, Faust. What the fuck just happened? Okay. Still nothing? I'm on 60 already. Crap. I'm gonna have to do singles. Streamer luck is not working. Dude, are you serious? It's a bunch of nothing. Come on, when will you be blue? I know what the pulls look like. Come on, be blue. Be blue. To be fair, egos are like a 1.3% chance. I am not surprised. That's like so rare and hard to get for them. I'm just like waiting at this point. You still keep going. Single for the win! Singles for the win! Singles for the win! Please? Still nothing? That's crazy. Bro, this is like the worst pulls I've ever gotten! What the hell? It's a whole bunch of nothing! A nothing! Aside from Yeshu, I guess. But like, I already have her, and like, I can't even redeem these egos, so like, that sucks! I got nothing! First time, streamer luck doesn't work. That's kind of sad. Well then. It's time for whatever this is. At least you got Yoshu though. True, true. That's true. Ooh, clearing via hard difficulty stages will oh yeah, I already read this. Okay. LCPC-1, the unknown sea. Wait, we're fighting already? Hold on. Should I like... Why is this my only team comp available? I have questions. I have questions. Why only those four? Is it because they're like the egos or like what? Oh fuck, it's not voiced. I was exploring a WOAH Corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition itself, a concept without form, floats into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but Saw told us that Hongwan's Obami Corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. Gosh, I'm gonna need to drink water. The abnormality, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than we encountered so far in our journey, and deep blue. It was fathomlessly blue, and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind, like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to be adrift? The sensation of my own consciousness flowing away is quite the unfamiliar one. I floated about in that strange state for a while. An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimlessly drifting consciousness. Are you Dante? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am. It's you! What is your name? I know you from the Muse collab. Ah, what a relief. Gregor, I think Dante has come too. So who are... I was about to ask further questions to the stranger with particularly long animal-like ears, but... I felt the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. After an indeterminate amount of time has passed, I barely managed to wake myself from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. There was that stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock, and silently taking in the sights, a young girl who probably saved my life. Wait, so were those animals' ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. So we're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? OMG's Admire Vega with long ears / shades. Admire Vega. A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia, huh? Wait, she can hear us! She can hear Dante! Yes, we're in Iberia. Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to Eucorp's Great Lake? Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. Sorry, my voice. Oh my god. Voice acting is hard. I see. Wait, my colleagues? You must have run into the sinners then. The fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. Manager bud. Dante! I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in midst of all this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Maybe this is where Yaba's twin sister reincarnated to Granin! Oh my god. Gregor! Honglu! Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean. And phew! I came as fast as I could and oh boy. I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. What is that sound effect for Dante? Did he just hit his own head? Sorry, not his. There. Oh my gosh, I keep misgendering Dante. Well, I do think I'm fine though. I guess not having any way to drink water is finally come in handy. You should go get that checked out just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? Gregor takes a moment to study his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that Lawami Corp branch Shichin told us about? Yeah. Yeah. We ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Man. I really thought that was it for us. Especially with you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite the mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at U-Corp's Great Lake? Some of us considered that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we're not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said.
The outskirts region of the Great Lake? I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to the Iberian Sea that way.
Terra? Iberia?
As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me.
Speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet?
It's just that it's all just a lot to take in. It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She is, actually, would you like to do the honors yourself?
Amiya! I knew your name was starts with an A.
I'm Amiya, the leader of Rhodes Island. Please just call me Amiya.
I'm Dante, manager at Limbus Company. Oh my god. I cannot talk! I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. It seems that this Rodeo Island is a pretty big corporation, but it's Rhodes Island! Gregor! Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with some mild trepidation. This young lady with the rabbit ears doesn't know what the head is at all.
As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least not with a name like the head.
Amiya Vega! Sure.
Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo.
Sorry, Gregor's kind of bad with names. So, what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore?
It'd be weird for any higher up at these huge corporations to know less about the head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it.
Well, maybe we've tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts, or the ruins. Probably.
Or maybe we really found ourselves in a completely different world.
If their conjecture is correct, we're in way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts via a door in the corridor. Amiya stared at me with some concern, as though she felt my distress.
I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here.
Really?
Yes. Recently, anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia, ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. And it's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant, to something that we've never observed before, so...
Seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is how we managed to cross over to this world. I really would have appreciated Voss's input. Where'd all the other sinners go anyway? A bit late on the uptake to be gawking around for the other sinners now, don't you think?
They're at a settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course.
What is that sound? You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone when we're like a fish out of water too. Man, barely got even a wink of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then. So it's just you two out here for now? No, Ishmael and Yusang are the other half of the search party. And we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud.
Ooh, we got the news early thanks to Amiya's comms gear, but the other team didn't.
Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search until their shift is done.
Oh? Are we talking about that village you mentioned earlier?
Uh-huh, right. You've not been there yet, huh? I guess it's a bit off the beaten path. Well, we're going to have to rendezvous with the other sinners anyway, so let's head to the village for now.
Something seemed to pique Amia's interest, as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there.
Sure, I don't see why not. You helped us find Manager Bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do.
I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influences from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission.
Closed borders, huh? Then how did you get in, Miss Amia?
We followed Dr. Kaltzit's directions and illegally crossed the country border. Illegally? Oh? Does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amia? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimensional door came to be.
I cannot speak today. Huh? Is it normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large word, I hate this word. Large companies often dispatch their agents for missions.
Yes, Rhodes Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with oropathy. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking today. Can't speak just like me for real, God, and shut up! High-risk areas, huh? Wait. What about your companions? I doubt you came all the way here on your own.
That's, we were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop!
Amia's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surrounding area. Then... there! As they stood about confused, Amia noticed something, pointed towards the seashore, hidden behind large and cragged rock formations. What are we supposed to... Huh? Oh, you! From Ishmael's ego. There we saw someone wielding a lengthy greatsword, bickering with two familiar faces. Again, move. You're in the way. I have no idea what their voices are, so I'm just gonna go with whatever. You needn't worry as you do. We have an ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried. Come on, better to have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we've got a lot of questions to ask. Yisung! Ishmael! Dante, you're unharmed. And here I was, getting ready for a 3 days long search. What a relief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you.
We managed to find them thanks to help from Miss Amia here.
Amia? Are you two acquainted? Not a good time for a reunion. It can wait. Until after we take out the sea monsters.
Skady? I don't know. Are those organisms the seaborns Dr. Kaltzit mentioned?
They're sea terrors, to be specific, the less sophisticated ones among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea terrors? I heard the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. When I turned to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smelled the heavy, wet scent of brine. At the end of my gaze awaits strange monsters, unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I've ever seen.
It is as though the sea itself is encroaching on the land. I was almost certain we weren't at the Great Lake, but I'm not so sure anymore. Her experiences with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood. As Ishmael seemed to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. I'd say the closest comparison I can make is with the whales, but even that's not conclusive. Huh. More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them, though. So let's take them out. Dude, my team comp's ass.
Limbus 컴퍼니の皆さんとご一緒できて本当に嬉しいです。
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 치워버려.
敵に対して大きな打撃を与えました。
용서할 테니.
거스라기. 시도는 좋았어요.
エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です。
So they do sinking.
타겟 포착 1시 방향. 편히 쉬시게. 잠든 그대를
ドクターのように優れた式ですね。
무상한 목숨.
She has a way softer voice than I remembered. Then again, I don't really play the Mustache mod that often.
잠든 그대를 기를 테니.
囚人の皆さんの状態を確認する必要がありそうです。仮に
마침표를.
ダンテさんの作戦とても効果的でした。
또한 용서할 테니. 편히 쉬시게.
敵は深手を負
시간
ってい
끌
ます。
것 없이
모조리
모조리 치워버리죠.
잠든 그대를 기를 테니.
시도는 좋았어요.
Whoa, okay, that's new. I was not expecting that.
Okay, now I know what now I'm like refreshed on what she sounds like. Our remaining enemies have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone.
Yeah, didn't think I'd have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You can say that again. It would have taken us the whole day if that's Scotty, Skatey, I do not know her name. Scotty? Skatey? Didn't occupy the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance.
As we were catching our breath after the battle, I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scad.
Fuck it, I'm searching up her name. Her name is Scotty. Okay, noted.
I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scatty glaring at me with palpable alarm. Strange people who transform.
And the head of a clock? I guess they're both technically true.
Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating.
Nice to meet you, I guess?
I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh?
What's up?
No, I'm just wondering how Miss Amiya can seemingly understand Dante.
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh. Yeah, it completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. I was asking that!
Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know. It's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say. What kind of emotion they're trying to convey.
So, like, very jealous. Flashback to April Fools. Her explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Amiya that I felt from them. So she can read me like, kinda like how Virgilius can, I guess? Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's been a bit of a hassle to always need Foster Honglu to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'll help us find our way back.
I'm glad to be working with you too. Also, what? I'm glad to be working with you too. Also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Honglu.
Took the words right out of my mouth. You've already helped us aplenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking it on it ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with us. I do know that we do have a clock! It's Dante! I do know that it's not very far though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Scotty quietly points in my direction.
Oh, Dante can tell the time because they're not on time.
Then why the clock head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive... Wait, I need to check how to pronounce her name again. Hold on. Scotty, okay, it's Scotty. I need to keep reminding myself of that. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive eyes, which were quite solidly fixed on my head. The coasts of Iberia are hardly good places for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that meet the ocean. So how did people manage to build a village at a place like this? The monsters are called seaborns, or sea terrors, yes? While it is true that they pose certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based on that brief skirmish. She's just telling us to be on our guard, right?
Scotty can be a bit curt, but she's not a bad person.
I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quietly quickened my pace as we walked to the village. Yay, give me lunacy. Hello? Oh shit. I don't... Oh, okay, finally, it's okay. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, my EX. Ooh, we can get stuff. Ooh, yes, I would like these. Ooh, these are so pretty. God. Actually, yeah, I see it now. I see why my my club room looks like the collab. Okay. Extraction again. Cause I'm hopeless.
Still nothing! Again.
Blue! No! Blue? No? Okay, well then. Nope, I didn't want to extract. How do I go to the collab? There we go. Wait, what are the bonus units? Oh. Oh. Okay, LCPC2, Village of the Dead Lighthouse. Where does this take place then? Only through the event page, or like can we access it through Drive? Oh, we can. This hardly looks like a village. It's more like the ruins of one, isn't it?
It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least.
They're really here, living together.
The strange buildings tell the stories of former prosperity from a bygone era.
Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. On it, I see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Muerto. Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long, silent abandonment. We don't see these kinds of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate, be it a syndicate or a corporation, and fix it up. Better than this, at least. So, where are the sinners?
There's a clearing down there where...
We were entrapped. It takes a...
Wait, okay, wait, I'm gonna have to move myself so you can...
Oh wait, no, you can see.
That's Sinclair's collar. Why is he talking like Don Quixote?
We were entrapped. It takes a twain of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail. Whoa! And that is when young Ish... Is this really... Wait, I need to double check. It's Dawn! Why is it Sinclair's color? Okay. Ah, Dawn voice. And that is when young Ishmael boomed, her command most resonant. Say no more. I didn't even have to try to search for them. That unmistakably sonorous and familiar voice, echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. That's Don Quixote's voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on stage, regaling a group of people in rags with tales of her adventures like a traveling thespian. Answers, ye dogs! Horsemen! 'Tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate of Fesso Mephistopheles, shall navigate. Stop! Hold on. Just what do you think you're doing? Young Ishmael! Unharmed, my lord! For I was just about to go to the most fantastic tale at the great lake! Manager Esquire! Verily, thou hast returned with Manager Esquire safely in tow! What? They found Clockhead? A burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary Sarkaz with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? God, I love voicing Dawn. While their exterior may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there is no cause for alarm. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante. our manager, and the rest are...
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, who are you two? Peaked on voice. Thank you, Gaden!
They're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. This is Miss Amia, leader of Rhodes Island. And this is Miss Scotty. Scotty?
What's her name? Hold on, gotta check again. Her name is Scotty. I'm watching stream on my phone and I forgot to lower the volume.
And this is Miss Scotty, their operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while.
Huh? With us?
We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia. As Amia was bringing the sinners up to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us.
Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You are friends of our saviors. Saviors?
Verily, 'tis quite the grand title! Yet that is indeed the word by which we addressed!
To be more precise, by saviors they were referring only to Faust and Otis.
Hi, Faust! Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell that her lips were drawing a very, very subtle smiling arc.
So I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite... Galen! I find it funny how you're talking about Umamusume. You know what, maybe... I mentioned this in the server I'm in, but there should be a Limbus Umamusume collab! Just for lols. I don't know how would that work. I mean, we already had the training with like Shichun. They just have to modify it a little bit to make it more like Harikite go! Or like whatever. They can modify that. We had horse. And also like all we're missing is like the race itself and the concert. But like Umamusume is too wholesome for that. Oh, but maybe we can have like maybe we can have like Stego. Stego in Limbus company. How would that go? I don't think they would know how to fight. Like they're two completely different genres. So funny. Uma Dante! Nah, Dante's the trainer! There's like a fanfic out there where it's like the sinners who all got like isekai'd to Trace an Academy, and they became the trainers. Okay, please. It would be so funny. Limbus Umamusume collab. Okay. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh no. What do we do after all we went through to get here? Wait, I need to check chat. Umamusume, but they have to win races certain amount of time to escape. Hell no! That would be awful. I don't think they have the budget for that. Unless they were like they would be able to make a race like Party Dash, maybe, but like I still doubt that. I feel like just a story would be enough. I don't know what I'm talking about. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. You! Sorry, excuse me. They're old Kermagents. That's ST and C, then PTSD. You can't do that, Rashu! We can't pillage their storage depots! It looks like they already have it hard enough as it is.
I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Should we just find help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out.
Perhaps we could inquire as to our whereabouts. We are to decide our lodging. Well, the landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corps, but I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this, though. I can't say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter.
We can't have that! Hi, we're from Limbus Company. We're Fixers of Justice!
Yeah, that! Fixers of Oi! Don't you know when to keep it down? Fixers? That over there, it's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? All these construction materials seems to suggest so. Chief, this does not concern you. It's not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious, I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run the test to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust?
The general design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there are certainly inspired parts to this design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy sufficient.
You identified all that merely by glancing at this blueprint? You must be the village chief, then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting in their ship repair, we were promised to ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps by going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return to whence we came.
Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch.
A hunch? Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turned around to look at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response. If we're really in a different world, then her Gesellschaft has to be...
No issues were encountered in the repair process.
Faust smiles faintly as she looks around. Then she pulls me in by my hems. She whispers in a low voice.
My connection to Gesellschaft is currently operating at suboptimal level, Dante.
So it's still connected at least?
Indeed, it is. However, even exchanges of simple information are taking up to dozens of hours by current calculation.
Is this a warp train situation? Because we're in a different dimension?
The cause should be identical. We have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Voss is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to close at this time, unlike the situation back aboard the warp train.
So to get back to where we came from...
Indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution.
And from that you came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to sea?
Yes, well, I am also a genius, after all.
Amiya conjectured that we probably came through a dimension door of sorts. Looks like that dimensional door might be what Faust is looking for.
With high likelihood, yes.
At least there's a way back. I find myself calming down a little. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think you can wrap up the repair job? As fortune should have it, a majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals. It shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get its core parts shipshape again, Executive Manager. We'll be staying here a few more days then. How did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got a proper night's rest. Still, we weren't cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night.
Not to mention how they helped us a ton with that local map they drew us. Oh, also Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for?
Ah, looks like a sack to collect water. Give it here. I know how to get that installed. It must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Otis's efforts at repairing their ship. Yet the service they provide us is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Radya keeps in her pockets. Didn't want to eat into their food supply when they're already pretty tight, you know? She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? Huh! Interesting. I'm amazed, Radya. What's in your pockets? Well, how do you keep them in your pockets, is what I mean. They did offer us some nosh, those dried fish things, but we refused. I ain't about taking food from the needy. No need to concern yourself so much with our hospitality. You have done more than enough to earn your keep.
I turned around to look at the source of that low rumbling voice, and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish itself amongst the other villagers.
There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay the night? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity at the very least. There's an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself.
Hey, speak for yourself! I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday.
You'll catch a cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me for the rest of you. But we cannot afford to have the executive manager or our honored guests suffer that fate.
Honored guests?
I heard what happened from the 4 who left in search of their executive manager. First, I would like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude to you for finding and rescuing the executive manager. I hear that you are a leader at a pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy, in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged.
I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they're standing right there. Can I stay in your village too, Chief? The village chief took a brief glance at the hems by her right wrist, then nodded.
Welcome to Faro Muerto. You're welcome to stay for as long as you want. And please, do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supply may be tight indeed, but we have enough to share with those who helped repair the vessel.
Oh, you better not go back on your word later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies await. Dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe?
Hey, Chief. What is it? Just how are you surviving out here, by the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving might be somewhat misdirected. For we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive.
The chief responds to Skades' perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left.
I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. Huh? You going somewhere at this hour?
Skady, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we go to the village. Something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Dante wants to know if this has something to do with the coast.
Do you understand the Aegir language? Aegir language? No.
Dante, Skady just spoke in Aegirian.
Huh?
I couldn't understand a word of Skady and the chief's conversation because I don't speak Aegirian.
I do not know how to pronounce this. I'm sorry.
It may only be that there were enough lexical similarity between one of the city's languages and this language Skady spoke in for them to comprehend the meaning.
Weird coincidence. Anyway, I have some things to look into.
Something you're all too slow to see. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember you're not on a solo mission, Skatey. This is a team effort on from Rhodes Island.
Will do. Hi, August! Yes, I am here! I am back from the dead! Cause I finally managed to make stream work. Holy shit, my model looks weird when I'm drinking water. I might refill my water later, cause like, holy crap, voice acting is hard. Should I invite one of my friends to help out? Oh, I forgot I'm not even in Discord. There we go, now they are free to join. If they wish to help me voice act. Skating nodded lightly before leaping off into the night, out of our sights. I'm kinda worried. She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. Ah, should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already. Oh yeah. We can probably just pick an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into a nearby unoccupied building. This event was a lot of fun. I can't say anything yet. Still nothing! Please, come on, give me something. I'm at 80? Holy shit, I'm at 80. I'm at 80?
날개에 망치라는 놈들은 항상 이 시간마다.
What the fuck you mean I'm at 80? Also, how many EX are there? Oh, 14.
Okay, that's a lot.
Oh, hello, II. LCPC-3 Terra.
Then you're just doing it one by one? Because I ran out of polls! I'm impatient. I'm gonna stop doing that once I get something. Wait, where's Limbus? We walked past a few narrow buildings and remnants of narrow buildings before we came across a hall large enough to house all 15 or so of us.
Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains on the window removed, the smoke has an exit. Whoa! I thought we were doomed to shudder ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that'd work.
My polls were abysmal. Streamer luck didn't even pull through. Wait, I'm trying to rechat. Hi, Exis. Now, I didn't even know you were streaming till you joined this. Yeah, I forgot to do that actually. But like, if you want to help me voice act, join me, please. Just in time for you to mention, oh dang, the stream is so delayed! Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a really bad stream delay. I think around 10 seconds? Gosh, how long was I last talking about? Anyway.
We just have to get a small fire going underneath it until the wood dries up and catches fire. The downside being all this smoke.
My pulse went okay. It took 230, but I got all of them. I had to push past pity. Yeah, I watched that this morning. August, you got done twice and then put on Chin Chin and I got the whole wrong Honglu. I got, who did I get again? I got N-Corp Ryoshu and Blood Fiend Otis. It's clear she has some field experience. Unlike some fools I know.
I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. Bequeath upon me thine ingredients, young Rodion, for I shall conjure thee a pot of special fixer soup. You're making soup with cookies and jelly?
No, you are not getting anywhere near the kitchen again. Not after what you cooked up last time. Well, I must admit to a certain level of interest. As many of our fellows Viscera are oft racked with intense agony upon ingesting dishes of your making, perhaps it would be wiser that we save the occasion for a safer environment.
Right. Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Mir Otif if we're ever in a situation like this, remember? Did we?
See, I think it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Remember back during last year's cooking contest at K-Corp?
Last year? Last year? That was 2 years ago!
Holy shit, I felt old. Wow. That was not last year. Holy crap, that was... Gregor! Oh my god. They were the only 2 people who managed to get remotely positive reviews. Oh. Does that mean we'll get to try Otis's cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something so inefficient.
I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic, given the circumstances. It can't be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment.
Well, we're all quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar places. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach your colleagues, Amiya? Amiya? I fucking don't know.
She shook her head, concerned. They might have lost their comms devices, or maybe they ran into some other trouble.
Could they be in danger?
I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. Dr. Kelt said they're both more capable than enough to look after themselves.
Amiya's so fluffy in this art style. I want to see how she looks like in the Muse Dash art style real quick, because that's the first time I've seen her. I might play a bit of Muse Dash. She looks so soft in the Muse Dash art style. Holy crap. Okay. Long have this curiosity lingered within me. Thus, allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet the activities of your corporation resemble those of charity organizations, as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Is there aught that might explicate this blurred distinction?
Aha! I wanted to know too. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhodes Island's helping people?
Something about what Honglu said brings back unpleasant memories. The horrible experience we'd seen through the cascade of flowing tears and the surface of suffering, the embodiment of greed that left a terrible wound in Honglu's fathoms. The pharmaceutical companies I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite possessing the capacity to heal, chose to obsess over the profit it cannot provide. There are many in Terra who suffer from a disease.
The disease crystallizes you. It spreads deeper and deeper into the infected internal organs, eventually culminating in their death. It's called oropathy.
Amiya showed me the back of her right hand, dotted by what appeared to be obsidian crystallizations. Its appearance reminded me of the biotreatments from the back streets, but there was something more to it. Something more restless, more sinister.
It's a terrible, painful disease, but there haven't been any recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable, deadly disease? While it varies region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra.
Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment. Isang began with a dark expression.
Some are quarantined in places with terrible inhuman conditions, and there have been massacres too.
I don't mean to be callous, but is this oropathy highly contagious?
No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact, as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, the crystal growths on their body decay and turn into dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague.
Then barring environments like active battlefields where casualties are to be expected, staying within close proximity of the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is.
Oh god.
Once people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Then Rhodes Island's goal has to be...
Yes, it is important to develop a cure for oropathy, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better for the infected. That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though that is what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Lamia. I really do.
For truth! Sorry! When I play Stun, she's like in a different genre entirely. The city, this world. We both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we?
What kind of world do you come from? This city?
What kind of place is the city anyway? The kind of place with too many pointless rules. The kind of place where the moment you think isn't too much, you see something even worse. Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. The center seemed to be in agreement, as most of what came after was quite scathing. The kind of place where good deeds rarely ever go unpunished, where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place, full of absurdities. Absurdity is an omnipresence. Therefore, it is not a subject by which one should be aggrieved.
We can at least grouse about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing we can do.
It would be more correct to experience more and acclimatize oneself to it instead of complaining. You did say something like that last time.
Just as the mood was starting to turn rather sour, Don Quixote's shout shattered through the awkwardness. Verily, nary a day goeth by untarnished by villains and their foul deeds. Yet worry thee not, for where evil riseth, so that fixers of justice do. Don Quixote jumped from her seat and passionately shook her fist,
which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down. Oh, hi, Tracy! This is your first time on stream, huh? Actually, wait, I'm gonna lurk. Oh, okay, you're not there.
Don Quixote!
My voice!
Don Quixote, watch out! Oh, oh!
Ah. Your I's Discord profile picture.
And from behind the wall, she accidentally broke down. An unfamiliar visage of a villager appeared and stared back at Don Quixote. It appeared that she was eating something out of a can while reading a book.
How farest thou?
Farest thy foot! You gotta apologize first!
Last seemed a tad too hyper today.
Apologies, where I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease.
Oh, gonna reach out. My idol, Dawn. You've got nothing to do. Happy streaming though. Thank you, Tracy.
Art thou unhurt? Any injuries? To? Pray tell, to what? Forget the apology. I just wanted to know what happens next. The fixers of justice rose up to do what? Oh! Oh! Hast thou come to hear the tale of fixers? I don't know about coming to us, given how Miss Don Quixote was the one who punched the wall down.
Don't immediately went for the Yuri route, lol. That's why she's the goat. She's amazing.
Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, not at all. 'Tis quite an early hour for tales, in fact. Prithee, seat thyself here.
You ungovernable fool! Calm down. We don't even know who she is. And don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in the corner to not disturb our sleep.
Thou makest the request most untenable. These tales deserve to be announced to the world with great gusto from the center. Yeah, that's the best way to hear those kinds of stories. But we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first.
Oh, wait. I can't read chat. On the topic of streaming, gonna go live as well. EP. Oh, good luck with that, Tracy. Without Dawn, we would have never met the goober. She's so cool. I literally have no idea who she is, so I can't wait for your introduction.
Name's Mears. I'm... How should I put this? Did you meet the village chief earlier during the day? He's my Gramps.
Oh, that nice guy? So he had a granddaughter. Yet I have not seen you once, Miss Mayers, under the sun.
Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dried of any young blood. Like Radia said, while we did see Mayers out there, there wasn't anyone else in the village we could comfortably call young. You're telling me Gramps is worrying over nothing and told me to stay put inside, going on and on about the dangers that the outsiders pose and everything. It seems they do not give full faith to their saviors.
There are things you cannot share, even with whom you trust with your life. No, I would like to know why.
My, so there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village? No, there isn't anyone around the age in the village at all.
If that's the case, I guess I can understand why he'd be overprotective.
Anyways, it's our turn. We are... I'm good. I heard enough to get an idea.
You did?
Huh? Pray, how didst thou hear us? Via a listening device most secret upon our chamber? Mayor stepped aside of the wall, the part of it that was still standing anyway, and smiled ironically. Bad soundproofing. I could hear pretty much everything. Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day. Verily, I see.
I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once.
Well, I guess that's good enough for self-introduction, so... Care to regale me with the tale of fixers who bring justice to the evils of the city? Indubitably, then, this shall do. I shall regale thee with the tale in which the legendary fixer, the Arch-Magnificence herself, the Red Mist, hath...
I suppose I killed any hope for a good night's skip. But, don't you usually pass out within a minute of your back hitting the hay no matter how noisy things are? What? Do you take me for some kind of hibernating bear or something? Look, even I have trouble sleeping when there's noise all over. They're so goofy. She's so cute. I love Mayors. I need to search her in ARKNIGHTS. What does she look like? Okay, I have no idea. I'd say we're in hibernation is a pretty apt descriptor. For all that grumbling and moaning, he dozed off before any of us did. Aside from Heathcliff, who began snoring the moment his head touched the ground, some other sinners were fast asleep as well. Marcel too entered sleep in his usual steadfast adherence to the routine, while Fossley claimed to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. The sinners who had spent the entire last night searching for me in this unfamiliar land slowly began to fall asleep as well. Meanwhile, the fixer of the Sway Association's first section! Though the night was no longer young, Don Quixote was still vigorously sharing the tales of adventures without even a single sign of fatigue. She's not determined to do this until sunrise, is she? Oh! I guess it's okay, since Mira seems to be having fun. As I continued to watch the pair with some mild concern, Amiya, not yet asleep, approached me.
This city Miss Don Quixote speaks of seems to be teeming with fixers of justice and exhilarating tales of adventures. Did you actually experience all of them yourselves?
No, of course not. Don Quixote's stories are usually those of other famous people.
But she's telling it with such vigor that it almost sounds like she was there herself.
Well, hopefully searching for her up didn't instantly sweat. I got nothing. Well, I guess if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences.
Ishmael replied uncertainly, thinking back to the place we were made to watch back in La Mancha Land.
Well, I think all those stories, even though they're only partially true, just go to show what a ridiculous place it can be. We wouldn't need fixers of justice to begin with if we really lived in a just world, right? A really good place to live would be quiet and peaceful without someone having to force it.
That's true. I hope there'll come a day when Rhodes Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future.
Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mayers and I made eye contact.
Did she overhear our conversation? I looked to her direction as well, but all I saw was Mayers excitedly reacting to Don Quixote's tales. Oh, what happened then? The Spark Lady Otis, boldly before soldiers who stood in our path.
Thou presumest to stand in our path, servants of master most unworthy? I, Otis, shall educate ye on how manner maketh. Stop cutting her off! She's fun to voice act!
Don Quixote was now retelling the stories of Limbus Company's adventures in Hongwen, and Otis, who could no longer stand Don Quixote's unintentional alterations of the story, jumped to her feet and shouted.
Damn it! What kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that.
Verily, certain aspects of this retelling may have been exaggerated. That's tales of adventures for you. Things are bound to get a bit dry when a story is told too realistically and as is, right? You know, nothing, not even anything resembling a proper record or book remained once the soundproof silence swept through this village. My mom gave me chips. So I've always had a craving for these kinds of stories. But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from emigrating, contrary to their tight immigration control. Have you ever thought about leaving this place? It's still a challenge to cross the border, especially since we're going to have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition.
You don't seem particularly fond of this Inquisition. Why is that?
That's because this village was formed by people who grew tired of living under the Inquisition's rule and fled.
Sorry, but what kind of organization is this Inquisition? Was that profound silence a certain color? A color black.
Sinclair asked, face turning cold upon hearing the word Inquisition and that people fled from it.
Oh. Yeah, the Nagul and the Hammer we saw back at Claw weren't the kind of memories that are so easily forgotten. I will never forget my dear Cromer.
According to Dr. Calcit, the Inquisition is what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos. That its inquisitors are the rapier and lamp-wielding protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness.
That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though.
Yeah, they are, but there's the Church of the Deep. The Inquisitions will go to whatever lengths to deal with the incidents related to the church that worships Seaborns.
And organizations that worship those monsters? It seems that cultish fanaticism is a plague wherever we go. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faiths and beliefs are so common.
See, the Seaborns are the ones that messed Iberia up, so following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them. Are you saying that Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns?
Those things from earlier? I guess they were kind of troublesome to deal with, but they didn't seem that strong.
Anyways, it's just what I heard from Gramps. But the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. For those who proclaim to be on the side of justice, they seem quite fond of committing such villainy.
It seems like a reasonable policy decision to me, but it must pose a clear danger to the daily lives of civilians.
Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor. Everyone in my family died.
You must have had to endure such a long period of pain. To be able to say something like that with such composure.
For Iberia, they are heroes who will bring the land back to its glory days. But to Gramps, they were just oppressors making his life difficult. That's why we've all come here, fleeing from the Inquisition's gaze. Yet, wherefore hast thou decided to settle at a place that is so, run down? Indeed. Yeah, I know. But it's not so bad once you get used to it. Besides, we managed to find a new path thanks to you guys.
A new path?
Well, it's getting late. Will you be repairing the ship tomorrow too?
This place really has no soundproofing at all, huh?
Good talk, everyone. Hope we'll get another chance to do this tomorrow too. After seeing Mirrors to her own room, the other sinners, who were still up anyway, and I laid ourselves on the hard stone floor with only a thin layer of cloth beneath it and our backs. A mysterious world that is neither the city nor the outskirts. But it seemed that the lives its people led were just as difficult as they were anywhere else.
I am gonna take a break from this event actually, because my voice, I need to rest. I feel like I need to rest my throat. Is this combat? Is it? I don't trust. I don't trust. Yeah, I'm gonna rest my voice first. But I'm not gonna end stream yet, cause...
이 날개
Wait. I can do a poll. 81. Nothing. Okay, so that's all my Limbus pools. I will just have to open... I might have to change the stream title to... Fuck. I don't have Muse-Dash installed. I have to install Muse-Dash real quick. Haha. Okay, wait. I'll open up Limbus. Art thou going to mirror dungeoning? No, I'm not. Rest for a bit. You will need it in a while. Yes, I will. I'll open up Limbus just for background music while Muse-Dash is installing. Ah. Cause I'm gonna change this. I'm just gonna add Limbus and Muse-Dash, okay? I'm gonna add Limbus and Muse-Dash to the title. Don't worry. We're just gonna have Muse-Dash not Muse-Dash, Limbus open for background.
놈들은 항상 이 시간마다 바쁘고
Where is my
또
Steam?
쓸데없는 저녁 찬미를 하러 몰려갔나. 이단 신문관인가 뭔가 하는 것들이 난잡한 짓거리를 한지 얼마나 되었다.
It's downloading really slowly, but I guess I can do Mirror Dungeon. Muse Company. Oh, is my team again sinking? Truly our Muse Company. Come on. If I recall correctly, there are two ARKNIGHTS collabs in Muse-Dash. But I haven't checked them out yet, so yeah.
순수했던 나날로
Feels weird playing Mustache with not Mustache! Limbus! Oh my gosh, I have Mustache in the brain. Okay, no wonder why I want to play it so badly.
느껴졌어?
목을 내놓고
내가
있도록.
너희를 위해서 주문을 외웠는데.
여기
잘 걸린 것 같아.
썩겠군.
자, 지금
제압
싸워보는
효과가
거야.
굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
이게 다친 지성. 죄송해요. 잠시 어지러워서 못 봤어요. 뭐 피워 또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠? 굉장해요.
기다리는 건 알겠지. 빗속에서
적게 제 상태가 좋지 않네요. 사소하지만 상황은 좋아지겠어요.
날카롭고 정확하게.
찔렀어. 한번 차참.
I'm just like watching the download bar slowly move.
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
약점이
Because I haven't played Mustache in a while.
이렇게
다시 못 살게
간단하면
구는 일은
기우새는데.
이 공격은
좋아.
꽤 먹혀든 것
이걸로
같아요.
사건 해결.
전개가 예상되는 삼추소 수준의 전투.
How do you even get Anya as an
다른 분들도 수고
as
많으셨네요.
announcer?
애도의 시간이군.
But like, where do you pay for her?
느껴졌어? 내가
목을 내놓고
너희를
있도록.
위해서 주문을 외웠는데.
Alright, done downloading. 70%.
잘 걸린 것 같아. 자, 지금 싸워보는 거야.
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
I know there's a new Mustache update, but I haven't played it yet.
불결한
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이.
피어나라.
I might have to manually search for the ARKNIGHTS pack, cause
승리도
I don't know what it's called in Mustache.
약점이 명중
80%.
평면적이다.
이렇게
목을 내놓고
간단하면
있도록.
기우새는데.
직접
수리하는 맛이 안 나잖아.
열어드리죠.
굉장해요.
지킬
불청객부터 찌그러져 있다.
It's 85% complete.
적게 제 상태가 좋지 않네요.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
상황은
제압 효과가
좋아지겠어요.
굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
They're such
세상이
yappers.
평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
헌팅 커틀러리 준비 끝.
근데 내일도 지금처럼 조용하려나?
겁나.
느껴졌어? 내가
내게 받쳐.
너희를 위해서 주문을 외웠는데. 잘 걸린 것
Oh,
같아.
oh.
자, 지금
왜 안에
싸워보는
갇혀
거야.
It's done.
죽어라.
차라리
Hold on.
아무것도
I'm
남지
gonna
마라.
try to open up Mustache. It's open.
여기
I'm playing Mustache while also playing Limbus.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
It's still loading.
뭐야 이 수치는?
아까
Oh
어떤
no.
직원이
Oh,
제압
there
개체에
it
한
is.
번에 입힌
Still
피해량.
loading.
잠깐.
I'll just leave it to load.
왜 부속 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
지킬 게 많거든.
죄송해요. 잠시 어지러워서 못 봤어요. 뭐 또 대단한
빗속에서.
일이라도 하신
Oh, speaking of
거겠죠?
other rhythm games, D for DJ. It's going to have a needy streamer overload
퇴거.
그렇지.
gotcha tomorrow,
정도라고.
이대로 몰아붙이면
which I'm very excited for.
하고
Cause like that's
해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
이번
oh my
대화는
god,
끝이야.
stop yapping over each other.
너희들도 고생 많았어.
Is Mustache open? It
너도.
is.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝나.
Okay, now I can close it. I need to wait. I need to switch. After, is it working? There we go. Whoa!
It's literally ARKNIGHTS!
Hi, Amia. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm gonna switch.
That was perfect timing! I thought I have Amiya.
Do I not? Oh, I do.
演奏の指揮までできるの少し緊張しますね
Oh wow, it still has its save. No, where's collab? History, no, honest, easy, pop, dynamic, oh, this one. Where's the one for ARKNIGHTS? Which one is ARKNIGHTS? Gunners and the Rhythm Jam, Default Muse, Tunithium, Valentine Stage, Rinland, Mirland, Toho, Miku, Neon, Muse Radio, No, Nanahina, Toho, Nagarex, DJ Max, Archaea, Waka, Toho, 7 Feet, Igros, Citrus. Wait, maybe did I skip it? I might have to check. Does this say ARKNIGHTS? Probably not. Wait, I might have to search. There we go. Hold on. Okay, it's called MSR Anthology, so it's this one. Tato is it's not Tato, it's Buro. I haven't played Muse in so long. Wow, I really am rusty.
完璧ですねドクターお疲れ様です
Oh, she has a violin. That's cute.
This is my first time using her.
Teto,
Let me look for her. Also, wow, the music is really loud. On my end, at least. Oh. This is not Teto. This is Burrow. Okay, anyway, back to Amiya.
演奏の指揮までできる
Amiya earns more fever energy by repelling enemies. When fever mode is active, she'll convert mist into great and great into perfect. However, Amiya will not earn any fever energy for 3 seconds after fever mode ends.
Interesting. So she's like an all-perfect, like, saver. Or, I don't know what's the term for that. I hate hold notes.
I thought I hit the ghost.
That scared me. Oh, okay. Mission accomplished.
こんなに楽しいのは久しぶりですね
Oh, 97% accuracy. Oh, needy streamer. Hello. Are they really keeping track of like Oh my gosh. You know, I'm so glad to be streaming again. This is like really painful on the fingers. That was bad. It was like really bad. Mission accomplished.
95% accuracy.
What's this? Oh, you can set them? Interesting. I feel like they're keeping track of like the songs I'm playing, because it's going 1 for like the more ARKNIGHTS songs I play. Holy fuck, I was not paying attention. Also, my parents are watching a movie, so you might hear that. I hate whole notes. Is she looking at like a PDA when she attacks or something? I low-key want to look at the animations, but I don't know. 96.50. Not bad. These songs are really fun. Operation Night version. Wait, so this is like the same song but different? not paying attention. Currently drawing while listening to Peak. That's a mood. I'll try to finish both volumes, but if I can't, then I'll try to finish volume 2. Yay, mission accomplished. 97, okay, not bad. If it's 95 below, that's when I'm disappointed. Ooh, Toho art. Did I have another Toho collab? I don't remember. That is so confusing. That was so bad.
Respect her name, but learn her rep.
What?
Better back down, cause you're no threat. Got a little something to keep them in check. Spin them around like pirouette. Run around and see her silhouette. Ain't turn to leap, but spring in her step. Need they in for to see her sweat. Funny cause they ain't even seen her best. Get up and go. She ain't no quitter, but no to deliver a heck of a show. Right up the sky, she fly, mistakes are high. She never scared to go low. What's better you know? For you to toe to toe, a square to seal your fate. Stumbling, rumbling, I can type of destruction. Come on and get them late.
Sorry. Oh, I know I'm hurting her. Mission accomplished! Oh my gosh, but she got hurt. Ooh, 91, 91, 91, 91. Not good. Don't forget to give her silver. Okay, 2 more songs. One 8.
try to right all my wrongs, but every day I'm feeling more anxious. A puppet in the sea, playing along with your symphony. Is that what you really want from me? A voice throbbing deep in the sea. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the innocence. I'll show you who I really am. I'm not a part of your game. Stop pouring fuel to my rage. Don't think you're so hard to break. I freed myself from this chain. Now watch me rise and reclaim everything. I'm here to stay.
Ah.
Not a part of your game. Stop pouring fuel to my rage. Don't think you're so hard to break. I'm not a part of your game. Stop pouring fuel to my rage. Don't think you're so hard to break. I freed myself from this chain. Now watch me rise and reclaim everything. I'm here to stay.
Oh, that was scary. Yay! Okay.
演奏は完璧ですねドクターお疲れ様です
95. 95. Ugh. 95. Okay, last song. Okay. I will end stream after this last song. Because I haven't eaten yet.
All in the night, always stay, always just what makes my day. Done is never, none's a boy.
Oh, they changed the background. I'm not impressed. This one's hard. Okay, that was bad. That was... Okay, that was bad. That was really bad. But it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna have to end stream and I'll like continue the story next time. Oh, the music isn't playing. Now, which playlist do I even put this to? I guess I put this in both Limbus Company of Fun and Muse Dash.
I don't know when will I continue the event, but
It's like 26 days, right? Like almost a month. So I'll just continue when I feel like it. Unannounced, as usual. But yeah, it feels so good to get back into streaming.